All right, now let's talk about something that Jude can actually contribute to, which is the spinoff for the Amazon original series, The Boys.
So
And
this is all new to me.
Heard of that. What's going on?
Yeah.
okay, so as you guys know, on the podcast, we have extensively covered the first and second seasons of The Boys, which is a comic book adaptation, and it's really about normal, everyday assholes policing superheroes. And it's a great show. We love it. And it turns out that it was like one of Amazon's like biggest shows ever. If we go here, I think it mentions that before the second season had premiered, Amazon picked up a third season renewal because the second season had the most watched global launch of an Amazon original series ever.
Hmm.
So season two was a big thing for Amazon's original
A
entertainment.
lot of that. I don't know if Vader loved it as much as we did, but
The Boys, I kind of checked out.
yeah.
I
Well,
was
well,
I was Go ahead.
well, you were in the minority there because
Yeah,
I
no, I
know.
was. I was.
No,
No,
I think Vader checks out on a lot of the shows that we start off watching, and then he, like, steels himself against how the finale is gonna, disappoint him, so then he checks out as a means to, like, save his soul. I feel you, I get you.
I think you're probably correct. Yes.
yes.
The best thing about season 2 of The Boys was, I got inspired for my, Halloween costume I'm gonna come out as this year. So,
Ooh.
yeah.
Is it a surprise?
No, we already talked about this, but I think we were drinking. I'm gonna get
Drinks
a
so
big old
much.
salami and wear a pair of sweatpants,
Oh yeah,
and I'm
yeah. You're gonna go as love sausage.
gonna be love sausage for Halloween this year. It's gonna be awesome. Yeah, so
Just don't tease Jude so much. You'll give her ideas.
Oh god.
All right. So the Boys spinoff at Amazon is nearing a series order. In addition, Lizzie Broadway and Jazz Sinclair have joined the ensemble cast. The project was first announced as being in development in September, set at America's only college exclusively for young adult superheroes and run by Vought International. The Untitled series is described as an irreverent, R rated show that explores the lives of hormonal, competitive supes as they put their physical, sexual, and moral boundaries to the test, competing for the best contracts in the best cities. Uh,
I've heard of this now that you say that.
yeah, so it's basically like Animal House, but with superpowers.
Yeah.
And I think the girl that they mentioned here in the cast, yeah, she was Sabrina in the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. So she's going to be kind of heading up that thing. But what's interesting here is that it says that it's nearing a series order. And what this typically means is that when you're doing a new show, you do a pilot episode, and if the network likes the pilot episode, it'll order it to series, which basically gives the go ahead for the producers to start making like a full season. And right now, it seems like it's in the um, pilot phase, and it says it's nearing a series order, which means that the studio is getting ready to evaluate the pilot and decide whether or not they actually want to go forward with the show or something of that nature, which means that the scripts will start getting written and all this other stuff. And the group behind this show, it's the same creative people behind The Boys. It's Eric Kripke, the creator and showrunner of Supernatural.
Mhm.
He also did the first two seasons of The Boys. But we've also got Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg, who is Seth Rogen's producing partner, and James Weaver and a bunch of other people. But Seth Rogen and Eric Kripke are basically like the two big guys behind the show. And it's loosely based on a storyline from the comic books, the Boys comics, where there was like a superhero team that was in college basically, and they were just totally disgusting and terrible. And they're basically taking that concept and making a new show out of it. I would rather that they like revive the Tick instead of doing something like this, but I can
Mhm.
see why they would want to capitalize on the success of the Boys. So,
Yeah.
what do you guys think about this spinoff?
Well, I think it makes sense. I'll give it a go, but I mean, I watched The Walking Dead for a while longer than I should have, but I never wanted to watch the
Fear the Walking Dead,
that. Yeah, I think I watched 2 episodes of that, and I was like, no, fuck this.
Breakfast
Uh,
Time with the Walking Dead.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So I'll give this a whirl, and I will hope for the best. I like other shows that Kripke has done. Um, so yeah, okay. I'm giving it
I,
a okay.
I always get a little bit nervous when they do spin-offs off of shows simply because those other shows were popular or they caught on to something. That doesn't mean it's the spin-off's going to be good.
Yeah, it could very
They always feel like money grabs to me because
yeah,
they very rarely work.
I think
So
you're right. I think it could very easily become some very lazy money grab.
yeah.
But I choose to hope for the best.
Hmm.
And I'll give it a couple of episodes before I say no, fuck this.
Yeah.
And yeah, Backyard Artist, I want Tick back too.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
the tick was great, and it was a shame that it only got canceled after 2 seasons. So, let's see here. Scarif Scuttlebutt says nearing show order, so not ordered and could not happen at this point. That is correct, Scarif. There's a possibility that this show does not go forward, but I think Amazon's pretty high on it, so chances of it going forward are pretty good right now.
I get so frustrated with some of the stuff that we watch that I don't really give a shit what you put on TV. Just do it right. Just put some effort into it. Just don't make it dumb and bullshitty, and don't make the first 2 episodes great and then just set up storylines that go nowhere.
Yeah, don't
Please.
Netflix it.
Yeah.
Tim Tringle says Amazon used to put its pilots up for the audiences to vote on, didn't they? Yes, they did. It was called the Amazon pilot season, and basically they would have like
Tick
a
was one of those.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Tick was one.
the Tick was one, and they would basically put them up and say like, "Hey guys, vote on which ones you would like to see go to series." And I think they stopped doing that because people were picking shows that wider audiences didn't care about. So I
Yeah,
think now
aren't necessarily the people who will watch it.
yeah, I think now it's more kind of a traditional like studio decision type thing. But that was pretty cool. I remember when they were doing that, and I used to go on and watch the different shows and leave comments about like this one sucked, this one was cool. But
That's how we covered the Jean-Claude Van Damme show. And if anyone hasn't watched that, you gotta. It's amazing.
Jean-Claude Van Johnson.
Yep.
Yeah. I can remember there was this one show called The Patriot, which was about a spy, and I loved the pilot episode that Amazon put up. And so I gave it like a 5-star, and I said like this really needs to go to series. I'm really excited for it. And then they did the series, and everything after the pilot episode was so boring that I was like, I can't believe I voted for this one. Put that vote towards better use.
I remember that one.
And Backyard TARDIS says, I want the Tick instead. Yes, I think we're with you on that one.
I feel like there's a burgeoning internet campaign to redo the Tick show. So yeah, let's do it.
It's so
Make
funny
the Tick happen.
because like the Tick has gone through so many different iterations. It's like there was the comic book, then the cartoon, then the Barry Sonnenfeld show, and then the Amazon show, and the creator of the Tick was involved in all of these things, and they were all pretty good, but they just keep getting like canceled for some weird reason.
Create some kind of like streaming availability for all of the shows that we loved that got canceled. Like what was that Vikings one that we loved? What was it called?
Norseman?
Yeah, we need Norseman. We need the Tick. You know, we need all of these shows that got canceled. We need
we need season 4 of the Norseman like yesterday.
Yeah.
It's
the best show on the network.
At least Sneaky Pete got kind of a finale. Like if you watch the last season of Sneaky Pete, it's like, okay, I can see the show is over, you know.